Hi everyone, this is Toss, the only stock sniper, and this is the first video I'm going to be uploading in this channel, but this is not the first time I'm uploading a video in YouTube because I already have a channel in my regional language which is also my mother tongue, which is Tamil, and the channel is called Tamil Stock Sniper. I think some people might know this channel, but many of you might not know this channel at all. I started it around 9 months back, and from zero I have got to 50,000 dedicated, disciplined and determined subscribers in my channel, and a decent number of watch hours too. And the point behind starting an English channel is, as I'm receiving a lot of love from my own state, I think I needed some more love, but from the whole country this time. So that being the point, I hope and I think I would make justice to the initiative that has been taken, and I would like to talk about more about myself, but this may not be the right time as people do not know anything about me, and without making some kind of justice to the subscribers or listeners to this video who is giving time, I should not be talking about myself. So let's get to the topic immediately. Okay, let's get into the recent updates on multiple stocks and sectors. We are going to discuss only 4 topics on this video. Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA, being the daddy or father of the stock market, cannot be always right, and we should not be blindly following his path and investing in his choices. And there has been some examples to that recently, and we will discuss what to do, what not to do while checking his portfolio. And secondly, on Yes Bank stock, there has been a positive update on their bad loans, and will this recent news help the stock in re-rating the stock price from 11 to 13 rupees to 20 or 30 or any better price than the price it has been trading for the last 2 years, which is the same price, 11 to 13. And the third news will be on the most loved and most hated penny stock from our country, which has been for the last I think 15 years, SUZLON, and there has been a very good news on that. We will be discussing that also. And finally, we will be discussing an easy stock selection technique for beginners, which might turn out to be useful for many. Okay, I think many of you know that India Bulls Housing Finance and India Bulls Real Estate are two of the stocks that are also being held in Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA's portfolio. And there are many people who buy these stocks for two things. One being the stock being less pricey, just 100 rupees or 73 rupees. And the second thing being Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA is still holding stake in this company. See, first of all, after March 23, 2020, after the corona hit the country and the stock market crashed to the lowest level, 99% of the well-known stocks has at least reached half of its price, whether it has traded in that price last 10 years back also has reached this price, and more than 75% of the stocks has crossed its all-time high, and it has set a new all-time high, and it has been down from that point for a 50% now, but these two stocks almost traded in a very flatter version even in this time. That is the first thing you should note. When even in a bull run, if a stock could not raise, why invest in that stock? That's a question you should or anyone should ask before investing in these kind of stock. And secondly, when it is not increasing, you should find things about that stock, why it is not increasing. You should find the news or reports what is wrong with this company. See, this news is not a news from today, but it's a news which happened 5 months back. So the ED conducted raids at India Bulls Finance Center, and after this, the stock and the group itself gave a red signal alert to all the investors. But still many of them held with this stock. Only behind the second reason, Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA is still holding it. So what more wrong has happened? Again, in this week there has been a IT raid in Embassy Group. Okay, you might ask now, what is the connection between Embassy Group and India Bulls? See, Embassy Group is some company which India Bulls is trying to merge with, and India Bulls is just waiting for an NCLT approval. That's all. Okay. And if you still think Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA might be holding this stock after those raids and all, you are wrong, because Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA was holding this stock till the March quarter only, or he has reduced the stake below 1%. See, first of all, these kind of reports or whichever comes to the public eyes on superstar portfolios are only when there is a holding beyond 1% of the total number of stocks from that company. And also, we will not get to the news instantly on the next day after Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA or any other superstar has invested. We might come to know in the next term or after a month or any time later only. We will not get to the news instantly, immediately on everything anyone has invested on a larger scale. First, you should understand this. Rakesh JHUNJHUNWALA might have bought it at a very lower price, and even if that share crashes, it doesn't matter. He still can exit with that profit. Okay, even if he is getting out of loss also, for the experience he has had for the last 30 and 40 years, he has gained a lot of money from being a Lakpati. Now he is a crorepati. He is a well-known figure in Indian stock market. He can earn what he has lost in next 1 week or 1 month itself by investing in some other company, making a news, and by selling it immediately also. That's not the point here. What we have to do is we have to do our own fundamental analysis and things what is doubtful on that company or anything based on that company which is raising it out, whether it is good in depths, whether it has had a past improving result, is there any crisis in the company, is there any wrong information in that company. For example, Hero Honda is going through a phase like that. Many income tax raid about that company. So we should stay away from that. It gives a signal. There might be more things. There might be something bad. There might be some more things which might come out after 6 months which might crash our holding totally. So these kind of news we should be aware of, and there are so many choices of companies in the stock market that we don't have to choose something that is in problem or that is under some kind of investigation. And if you think Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has never failed, his investment has always hit a home run, you are wrong, because Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has already made one wrong investment before that, before some 2-3 years back, and lost around 178 crores in DHFL share, which was trading at a good price then, and then it crashed, and now it is being bought by Piramal Industries. So whoever invested just because Rakesh Jhunjhunwala had invested almost lost all of the money in that. So do not do that. Do your own fundamental analysis, at least on the basics, before investing. And in Indiabulls Housing Finance, you might think Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is still holding a 1.28%. In the next update on June, this might also get blank. So be aware, invest carefully with all the hard-earned money you have in your pocket. Okay, the next news is on the penny stock SUZLON. So the whatever loan it has to repay SBI and 15 other banks or 15 other companies, whatever it is being taken over by REC and IREDA. So what is the advantage? Just by transferring a loan from one entity to the other, what is the advantage it can give? It might be the question which raise in your heads. And after even putting up a bad result for the last 2-3 days, around 7 or 8% daily, and today it has crashed by 6%, still the stock is in a better phase now, because the advantage is in two parts. If it is with the bank, the loan has to be given away within 2028. But in the case of REC and IREDA, the loan has to be given out only by 2030, which extends it by 2 more years. And second thing is, for the bank, SUZLON should pay 11% of loan interest, but for REC, it has to pay only 9.5% of the interest. So, which is a good deal in my terms. And SUZLON being in the renewable energy sector, this stock might either pay up all the loan and become a good stock, or this stock might create an interest in Tata's, in Reliance or Adani's mind, and they might even buy stakes in this directly or buy the whole company directly. And so things might turn around very positively for SUZLON in the near future or in the long future too. We may not know, and things might get negative also. But what I'm saying is, if we have a very small investment, like say below 10,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees investment at the average price of around 7 or 6 rupees at this point, I think it might be a good investment. We could not say because if this works, this might even reach its past high of 200 something. So, and if it does not reach also, the loss won't be much. Say 7 or 10,000 in stock market losing is okay, is something we can bear with. So why I am confident on this company is only two things: power, second is coal. We need renewable energy. We need to get out of the hands of coal, else we would be in crisis and we would also face global warming very much. So in this, only three things can help us out. One is solar, and another is wind, and the third is hydrogen. So this must have a future, is my opinion. So I have a positive sign on this, but invest in it in a very less amount that you're okay with losing. That's what I also have did, only around 10 or 12,000 on this. Okay, and the third news which we are going to cover is about S Bank. And you might have known that there has been an asset reconstruction, and JC Flower being a company, they are ready to get the 50,000 crore bad loan book to be transferred to their company on a promise of around 25% recovery. So around 12,107 crores will be paid back for this 51,000 bad loan book. So on an upfront note, only 1,800 crore will be paid. As JC Flower recovers money from the bad loan, they will be returning the balance around 10,000 crores something. So the NPA, which according to the bank market is very bad right now in S Bank, which in comparison to HDFC Bank is around 9 times more larger, be it GNPA or NNPA. It's in a very bad condition. And also when it is compared to Axis Bank or ICICI Bank or whatever bank it may be, the GNPA and NNPA of S Bank is very, very, very worse even in this situation. So when the 51,000 crores will be transferred to the asset reconstruction transaction company, the NPA and GNPA will come to zero for this, for S Bank, and we all know that. So what will happen is, investors who were uninterested to invest in the company, and whenever they tried to raise funds or raise investment in this company, nothing was fruitful or successful for S Bank. After this GNPA and NNPA comes to zero, maybe things might work very fruitful for them. Okay, now there will be definitely a question whether S Bank will cross the 13 or 14 limit and go to a price and consolidate at least at 25, 26 or 30 or 40, whatever range it may be. See, the price right now and the profit they make right now, and according to the EPS they are having right now, the stock price is exactly the price it deserves it to be. So for the stock to raise up to 25 or 30 or 40 or 50, whatever it may be, the net profit must raise at least double to reach a 25 or 26 price. If this is 1000 crores, the next year they should have a net profit of at least 2000 crores. And after that, if hype and investment and positive note on this stock improves, the stock may rise even to 40 or 50. But I am not seeing the growth to be instant. If we are holding this stock, or if you are having this stock even now, or if you are interested in this stock, be ready to hold for long term, at least 2 or 3 years from now. Then only the stock may double or reach a higher price from this point. See, there has never been a point in share market where the investors are known priorly that the stock prices will skyrocket. There has never been a time like that. We cannot predict that the stock will go up and the public would have exited from that stock, then only the stock rises. There are many examples like that. There has never been a point people where investors know exactly that it is going to rise, I am going to hold like that. So the rise or the chance to increase to 30, 50, 40, 100 level are not very near. They are very, very far. It is not easy also. So you should hold this stock with patience and without expectations, and hold it for long. You would definitely make money out of it. But on a short term, it is good for trading. I don't think so it is good for investment if you are looking for 2 months or 3 months return like that. So that's my opinion. I'm not saying this is exactly going to happen, but as far as I know, as far as the experience I have got in stock market, this is what is going to happen, is my opinion. Okay, let's get to the fourth point on very easy technique for even a beginner to invest, or say even it may be a safest way how to find a stock to invest for a longer term or for a good profit. Okay, see, first of all, I entered into the site of Money Control. I think you all know this site, and once I reach this site, I go to the mutual fund option, and in this option I go to the home part, and here I select this performance tracker. So here what I get is multiple options of large cap, small cap fund, value fund. So here I am going to choose small cap fund, and I will be getting a lot of schemes that are being run in small cap. Okay, we all get a list of schemes or fund that are of many options for small cap investment, right? So what I do is I take all the 5-starred and 4-starred and 3-starred mutual fund schemes. Okay, I will enter into all of the funds and I will check the top 10 investment in the portfolio. So for example, I can see here 3 small cap companies: Green Panel Industries, Tube Investment of India, and CDSL. Okay, so if I am choosing these 3 stocks, and if three stocks are interesting me, what I will do is I will go and check in all the other 5-starred, 4-starred and 3-starred mutual fund schemes. What I will do is whether can I fund these stocks in most of the other mutual fund schemes. Like take for an example, if I check around 20 or 25 mutual fund schemes, if I find all these 3 names or at least one stock in it in at least 8 to 10 mutual fund schemes, then I think it will be a safer investment to do. Because when so many mutual funds has decided and has researched and come to a final outcome of this stock will give returns, that's why they have invested. Okay, and the mutual fund managers and the mutual fund companies and all the investment agencies, if you see, they receive informations before then us. They will receive results before than us. They will receive any kind of details before than us. They will receive anything about their company and their capex and their capacity expansion, any kind of details before than us. Because they are hugely investing in companies, that's why people let them in and they can have all the things to them on table to decide on what to do. So after getting so much information, only they have decided to invest on this stock in that huge amount. So if many mutual funds are deciding on the same, that might turn out to be right. So people who do not know to research or do not have the time to research and can opt for this option, can opt for this idea, and they also have to finally do their own research on their part, whether on their part and on their fundamental analysis, whether the stock is good or not. See, if we have to select a stock from small cap, it is not not easy to select a good stock from small cap at all. There will be n number of stocks, and we will not know whether we are investing in the right stock or not. So for at least to get a list of 10 to 12 stocks from which we can even cut short to 3 or 4 to invest from our side, we should know whether we are on the right path. So for the path to take us to the right place, this may be an investment idea which a beginner can use, which someone who has no time to do fundamental analysis on stocks. I think this might turn out to be a good idea. That's all on this video. I have no other further thing to add to this video, and please let me know about your opinion on my first video. That will be very helpful, and whatever I have shared in this video is something of my opinion and my knowledge sharing. That's not something you have to follow exactly, or you have to even follow remotely. Please do your own research and do your own analysis before investing in any kind of stock or before implementing any idea. Do not follow me or anyone blindly. Always analyze from your part. That's it on this video. Let's meet on the next video. Until then, bye bye.